Beach Palace is closing its doors on August 15, 2025, for a $60 million renovation, and if you've already booked a stay after that date, your reservation just became a placeholder for a completely different hotel experience. The property is scheduled to reopen in 2026 as a fully renovated resort, which means anyone planning a trip needs to understand exactly what they're booking into. If your travel dates fall before mid-August 2025, you're seeing the original Beach Palace. If you're looking at late 2026 or beyond, you're gambling on renderings and promises. This isn't a soft refresh with new bedding and paint. This is a total transformation backed by serious capital, and that changes everything about how you should approach booking, pricing, and expectations. The renovation timeline creates an unusual window. The Palace Company, which owns and operates Beach Palace, is investing heavily in repositioning this property. That kind of financial commitment typically signals a shift in target market, room categories, or pricing tier. For travelers, it means the pre-renovation version might offer last-chance rates on an experience that won't exist anymore, while post-renovation bookings come with the risk that actual delivery might not match the marketing. Neither option is inherently better, but knowing which version of the hotel you're actually staying at matters more than most booking platforms make clear. Room details for the current iteration aren't publicly documented in the official materials, and the post-renovation room categories haven't been finalized or released. That's a significant information gap. Without confirmed room types, square footage, bedding configurations, or amenity lists, it's impossible to compare value across categories or know whether you're booking into what used to be the entry-level tier or something more substantial. This lack of transparency is common during major renovations, but it puts the burden on travelers to ask direct questions before committing. If you're booking post-renovation, you're essentially buying based on brand reputation and hope rather than verified room specs. Dining information is similarly absent from the current official channels. No restaurant names, no cuisine types, no bar concepts. That's unusual for an all-inclusive resort, where food quality and variety are often the primary differentiators. The silence suggests either that the existing dining setup is being completely overhauled and the new concepts aren't ready to announce, or that the marketing focus has shifted entirely to the future vision rather than the present reality. Either way, travelers who care about meal options, specialty dining reservations, or dietary accommodations are left guessing. If you have specific food needs or preferences, this is a property where you'll need to contact the hotel directly rather than relying on website details. What is confirmed are the family-focused facilities that currently exist or are planned. Beach Palace operates a family arcade and game center with video games, indoor activities, and entertainment designed to keep younger guests occupied. This isn't a token corner with a couple of outdated consoles. The description emphasizes variety and engagement, which suggests a space large enough to function as a genuine activity hub rather than a babysitting afterthought. For families traveling with kids who need structured downtime, this kind of facility can be the difference between parents getting a quiet dinner and everyone melting down by 6 in the evening. The property also features swimming pools with family-friendly areas and sun deck spaces. No specifics on pool count, depth, lap lanes, or whether there are separate adult and kid zones, but the plural phrasing confirms multiple pools rather than a single central feature. Sun deck spaces imply dedicated lounging areas, which matters more than it sounds like. At busy all-inclusives, chair availability can become a competitive sport. The mention of family-friendly areas suggests some zoning or design that accommodates both active play and quieter relaxation, though without layout details, it's hard to know how effectively those uses are separated. Live entertainment is part of the experience, with a theater offering shows, family-friendly performances, music, and all-inclusive evening programming. A dedicated theater space is a step above poolside entertainment or a multi-purpose room. It signals a commitment to nightly programming with actual production value, which can elevate the resort experience significantly. All-inclusive nights in a theater setting usually mean themed shows, tribute acts, or variety performances that give families a reason to stay on property after dinner rather than wandering back to the room. The quality of these shows varies wildly across resorts, but the infrastructure investment suggests this is treated as a core amenity rather than an afterthought. For younger children, there's a kids' club and indoor playroom with games, creative activities, and daily programming. The indoor component is worth noting. Beach destinations often rely heavily on outdoor play spaces, which become useless during rain or extreme heat. An indoor playroom with structured activities gives families a fallback option and gives kids a climate-controlled space to burn energy. Daily activities suggest staffing and scheduled programming rather than just a room with toys, which is the difference between actual childcare support and a glorified waiting area. The $60 million renovation closing in mid-August 2025 is the defining fact about this property right now. That's not a minor refresh budget. That's a ground-up reimagining of guest rooms, public spaces, dining concepts, and likely the entire service model. The reopening is slated for 2026, but no specific month or quarter has been announced. That vagueness is a red flag for anyone booking travel far in advance. If you're planning a trip for early 2026, you're taking a real risk that the hotel won't be open yet or will still be in soft opening mode with incomplete facilities and undertrained staff. Post-renovation, the property is being marketed as fully renovated, which is marketing language that can mean anything from new furniture to completely reconfigured layouts. Without renderings, room counts, or design details, it's impossible to know whether this will feel like an incremental upgrade or a totally different resort. The Palace Company's other properties range widely in style and target demographic, so brand familiarity doesn't necessarily predict what the new beach palace will become. The official website is beach.palaceresorts.com, and it's currently caught between promoting the existing property and teasing the future version. That split focus makes it less useful than it should be for trip planning. Pages reference the fully renovated status, but without concrete details, it reads more like a holding page than a functional booking resource. For travelers, this means the website won't answer most of your practical questions, and you'll need to rely on direct contact with reservations or guest services to get specifics. The lack of detailed information creates a transparency problem. No room types, no dining venues, no spa details, no activity schedules, no nearby attraction information. For a resort that's actively taking bookings, that's a significant gap. It suggests either that the current version is being de-emphasized in favor of the future vision, or that the renovation planning is still fluid enough that the hotel doesn't want to commit to specifics that might change. Either way, it puts travelers in the position of booking based on brand trust and general resort category rather than verified amenities. Reviews are not available in the provided materials, which means there's no guest feedback to balance against the marketing claims. Without reviews, there's no way to know about service consistency, food quality, room cleanliness, noise levels, or any of the practical details that determine whether a stay is enjoyable or frustrating. That absence is unusual for an established property and suggests either that review aggregation is being suppressed during the renovation transition or that the focus has shifted entirely to post-reopening bookings. The family focus is clear, but the execution details are missing. Kids club and arcade are great in theory, but without knowing hours of operation, age ranges, staff-to-child ratios, or whether there are additional fees, it's hard to evaluate whether these amenities will actually meet your family's needs. Some kids' clubs are glorified daycare with minimal programming. Others are expertly staffed with age-appropriate activities that genuinely engage children. The difference is enormous, and the marketing materials don't clarify which model Beach Palace follows. The theater and live entertainment programming could be a major selling point or a nightly obligation you'd rather skip, depending on quality and variety. Without show schedules, performer types, or guest reviews, there's no way to know whether this is professional-grade entertainment or generic resort filler. The fact that it's included in the all-inclusive package is standard, but it doesn't tell you whether the shows are worth attending. The pools and sun decks are described in broad terms, but practical details are absent. No information on pool hours, towel policies, whether loungers can be reserved, or how crowded the pool areas get during peak season. These details matter enormously for day-to-day enjoyment. A beautiful pool that's packed shoulder to shoulder by 9 in the morning is a very different experience from one with ample space and managed capacity. The renovation represents both opportunity and risk. Opportunity because newly renovated properties often offer exceptional value in the months immediately following reopening as they work to build occupancy and reviews. Risk because construction timelines slip, design choices don't always translate from renderings to reality, and staff training takes time to reach consistency. Booking post-renovation means accepting that you might be part of the shakedown period where systems are still being refined. The $60 million investment suggests confidence in the Cancun market and in Beach Palace's competitive position. That level of capital isn't deployed casually. It indicates that ownership sees long-term demand and believes a renovated product can command higher rates or capture a different segment of the market. For travelers, it means the property will likely emerge as a more premium offering than it was before, with pricing to match. For checking booking availability and prices at your desired dates, you can use the link in description. I hope this video was helpful. Give it thumbs up. Subscribe for more travel-related content. If you are not ready to book this hotel, you can watch our best hotels playlist and choose the best one for you. Thanks for watching.